Welcome to the Malachi News Network. I'm your host, Priest Kazak Yah. I want to talk today about social media censoring. Now, many people are upset about that, are frustrated about that, but the reality of the matter is that when we signed up for these social media platforms, you sign before you download the application to put it on your iPhone, your Android phone, or your computer. The problem is that many of us don't read between the fine print of the contract that we sign. Now, many people are upset because the government are now enforcing these social media platforms to enforce their guidelines, because there's going to be a lot of lawsuits as a result of what happened during the recent riots at the U.S. Capitol. So now I want to just kind of add my personal experience. When I was on YouTube back in 2006, and I think YouTube came out right around 2004, and I had signed for the community guidelines, agreed to that. Most of us do. We go on there, we click agree, but never really take into consideration that there are some things in that form that we signed in the community guidelines that could come back and bite us. So now we see these things are coming back to bite us, and many people are not excited about it, are very upset and frustrated. So back in 2012, my YouTube channel, my original YouTube channel, was terminated for violation of community guidelines. I was frustrated and pissed off, and at that particular point in my ministry, as far as social media is concerned, I was going to just discontinue uploading videos. And as a matter of fact, for about maybe 2, maybe 3 years, possibly 4 years, I didn't post anything on YouTube because I was frustrated at the fact that they would terminate my channel. When I contested over and over and over again, they kept rejecting it, and they kept referring me back to the community guidelines. So as I took the initiative to read the community guidelines, I found out that they could in fact terminate or suspend my account at any time if they deemed that I violated these community guidelines. So as a word of admonishment to you all, many of you all are complaining and fussing about the high censorship. It's going to continue to be censored because, once again, the events that took place in the nation's capital has caused this to come to a head. So the result to this situation is many of us have YouTube, many of us have websites. And if you want to avoid the censorship that you sign from these various social platforms, my advice is let's build our websites, and let's push the traffic to our website. You can still have your YouTube or your Periscope or your Facebook or whatever social platform, but just kind of basically build your website, push all your traffic to your website so you can be uncensored on your own website. No one will censor your website, but they will censor your website or your platforms in the mediums in which they provide. That's my advice to you. And so with that said, that's all I have. Till next time, shalom, shalom, shalom.